I wonder if like his coworkers or his managers got him into drugs. I don't know. Like, I know it's different in every city, but I'm not saying that black folks don't do drugs, but most of the time, black folks don't do hard drugs at a young age, right? Right. He had ended up smoking some weed that was laced. Y'all, your girl forgot to shave her mustache. Hey y'all, my name is Saysha and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is officially Christmas and this is like the most non-Christmas Christmas I've ever had. Or maybe it's just non-traditional. So one, I just wasn't in the mood. Like I wasn't in the Christmas spirit. I wasn't anti-Christmas. I just wasn't like into the decorating this year. I didn't buy one gift, not even for myself. Well, you can say I bought a gift for myself. So yesterday I bought myself a roommate and so far so good. I have really turned into a Tumblr whore. Did I mean to? No. But am I upset with myself? No. Like I'm enjoying myself. And it's cute. So yes, I've turned into a Tumblr whore. I'm not mad. I never wanted to be that person that had all these cups in their cabinet because it kind of irritates me. Like maybe it's the different color cups. I'm more of a neutral girl, as we can see. Oh, speaking of this, so I don't have my pajamas on because we're just not starting our day. I have my pajamas on because I'm going to my best friend's house for Christmas. She lives like an hour away. And I was like stressing because I'm like, I don't know what to wear because in Texas, it went from fall back to late summer in a matter of days. So the high yesterday was 78. The high today is 75. It's hot outside. So all the summer clothes that I caught myself putting up the other day, null and void. I'm going to have to pull them back out. Baby, it is a lost cause. Do you hear me? A total lost cause. But I do need to get going because, like I said, I got like an hour drive to get there. It might be like 45 minutes, depending on what the toll road looks like. So, of course, we're doing makeup and messy story time. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. I'm giving y'all the content. I'm giving y'all the commentary. I'm giving y'all the consistencies. Did I just 3 C's? The content, the consistency, the commitment. Hold on, what did I say? The content, the commentary, and the consistency.
All right, good morning, y'all. So I am going to go ahead and give y'all the story time on how my friend turned into a serial killer, okay? And just as a disclaimer, I'm not saying his name. If you're from Kansas City, you probably already know anyway. But so it started my freshman year. I was going to this high school, it's called Grandview High or whatever, and that's where I met said friend. And he was a year older than me. He was a sophomore, I was a freshman. But we had kind of like the same friend group, right? So we got really close. And I would call him my brother. He would call me his sister. But it wasn't on no like weird shit, like, you know. And so freshman year went on fine. We just was kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Like we hang out at school, hang out after school, stuff like that, like with our friends and stuff. So sophomore year, my parents had split up. And when my parents split up, me and my mama ended up moving to these townhomes called Willow Creek, and I started going to Center High School. And now, when I ended up going to Center for my sophomore year, he ended up going there for his junior year. And you know how it is when you meet somebody at your, when you see somebody at your new school from your old school and y'all hella cool, it's just like, damn, you know, we locked in for real now. So, anyway, sophomore year was fine. For me, it was his junior year. He ended up getting a job at Pizza Hut. Now, his manager was like super young back then, so they would let him like take all the extra wings that they had overnight and he'll be able to sell them at school. So he was like the wing guy at school, right? So, that like I say all that to say he was normal. He was cool. He had friends. He had the bitches. Like it was nothing wrong. He wasn't the eyeball out. It wasn't nothing like that. So he was normal sophomore year. Now my junior year, his senior year is when shit started to like get real weird. So he used to be like super fly. Like his mama kept him dressed nice. Like he was always polo down. He had the with some jeans called them 501 jeans. He had all the J's. Like he was fresh. But one day, and he like kept his hair done. Like he had dreads. He would keep his hair neat and stuff like that. But one day, he just started coming to school not giving a fuck. Like it didn't look like he washed his face. Didn't look like he gave a fuck about the outfit he threw on. Nothing. It was just, weird. So, you would hear people like over the time he kept coming to school like that. So you would hear people start talking. Oh, sorry. Let me back up just a little bit. My junior year, his senior year, we both ended up having to go to center alternative, right? So a lot of this stuff started going.
Oh, they was bad. They was bad. Cause y'all know what alternative school is. Alternative is like your absolute last resort before they just expel you. Really, it's like a form of expulsion. Like you can't come back this school year. You can't come back ever.
At the alternative school. So, you will hear people can't really remember where I left off at, but people started to talk. Like time had went on, people started to talk like, damn, I think he on that stuff. Like I think he started dabbling in drugs. Now, I started to believe it, right? I believed it because I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just tell he was different.
Ooh, you know what? I wonder if like his coworkers or his managers got him into drugs, because I don't know, like I know it's different in every city, but I'm not saying that black folks don't do drugs, but most of the time black folks don't do hard drugs at a young age, right? That's just my stereotype of us.
I knew him personally. I knew that some of his family members, close family members, suffer from mental health issues. And I feel like back some of his family members, close family members, suffer from mental health issues. And I feel like back...
Oh, that must be her video cutting up. I thought it was me.
Okay, y'all, so this is part 2. I don't know what happened with my sound at the end of the video, but yeah. So, I think I stopped at the fact that some of his family members suffer from mental health, right? And I was saying that in the video, I don't think that in the black community we took that serious at the time, so I don't believe he was getting no help or nothing like that. Okay, cool. I graduated in 2014, and a couple years later, I still stayed in the area, so we would always, like my cousin lived down the street from me, and he still lived in the area at the time, so me and my cousin would see him all the time, just like walking, fully clothed sweatsuits, like it'd be the summertime, and he's in a full-blown sweatsuit going to cut grass, because he was like the neighborhood grass dude or whatever, so he used to cut everybody grass in the neighborhood. So one day me and my cousin was just riding down the street or whatever, we seen him, and I want to say like later on, maybe later on that week or something like that, they had said that they had found a body on this trail near where we all lived at. And so at first, we was like, what the heck, like that's crazy, not thinking too much of it, but just like, damn, that's wild. Okay, cool. Like a month later, they found another body on said trail, right? So like, okay, that's weird. So a couple months go by, they keep finding bodies on the trail. So they had found 5 bodies over there in that area. And then months later, over the span of a year, he had allegedly murdered 5 people in the area. The last victim wasn't in that area, and the last victim was a woman. But in the news, they stated that they believed she was killed because she was homeless and she looked like a man, and he was killing all older men. So it was so crazy because One day, me and my cousin had seen him, and we was like, what if he the one killing all them people on the trail? And we laughed it off, and we just kept going. Y'all, I want to say a couple days later, he was all over the news for killing all them people. Crazy. Still there to this day, and it's so crazy because they say this is the longest, case that hasn't went to trial yet in the Jackson County system because his trial keeps getting delayed because of mental health things and his competency level and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just really sad to see people that you grew up with turn out like that. But that just gotta let you know that you never really know people. You never really know your neighbors, your friends, your family. Like, this is somebody's brother, somebody's son. He was going home to family every day.
That is so true. And some of those situations are so sad. So at my high school, there was this guy. He was so cute. He ended up getting my cousin pregnant the year after we graduated or whatever. And she's so smart. I love her. But I'm not sharing this story to be messy or whatever. It's just to say, sometimes you really don't know people like that. And sometimes people just change. Like, there's something snaps in their brain. So he was always a good kid, never really got in trouble. He was one of the star football players. No tea, no shade. Our football team wasn't that great, at least not at my second high school. And he ended up getting my cousin pregnant and this other girl pregnant at the same time. Well, shortly after that, he started acting weird. It was kind of like he had a mental break, like a psychotic break, right? So I remember back in the day. So I honestly cannot tell you what happened to him. I don't know. But I do recall back in the day, you might encounter one person, literally ever in your whole, friend group where they went to a different school, just really in the whole county that would have those types of breaks. I only knew of one other person, and he had ended up smoking some weed that was laced. He just wasn't the same. Again, it was given that I'm not saying that's what happened to him. So he just changed, and he kind of had that deranged man look. When I tell you, this boy was a cutie patootie. He was so fine. Yeah, he just wasn't the same. Long story short, he ended up attacking. I don't recall. Did he kill the lady? I think he almost killed her. And this young man has two girls, has two kids. Let me look it up. Wow, even in this mugshot, he looks like a wild man. And I'm not gonna show y'all. But it was an assault and an armed robbery. He SA'd her. Oh my God. And yeah, so he was convicted of intent to commit criminal sexual assault and armed robbery, and he was sentenced to 20 years. When the victim started to fight back, Blank pointed a gun at her before an eyewitness began to call for help. Okay, the police said that he hit her in the head with a gun, then he took her wallet and phone and fled the scene. So sad, so sad, so sad, so sad, so sad. I really hate that his life went down that path, but I can't even say if you see that you starting to go down that path, because 9 times out of 10, if somebody started going down that path, they aren't willing to acknowledge or recognize that that's where they are. I don't think my makeup's turning out the best today, but we gonna make it do what it do. Try to get your people some help, because it's so sad and so hard watching things like this from the sideline, for sure. But a serial killer. Where did she say she was from? See, now I want to be nosy. Y'all, I need to get on the road. Accused Kansas City serial killer deemed competent to stand trial. Oh yeah. So he has been in custody since, Frederick Scott has been in custody since his arrest in 2017, but the case has never gone to trial. This has to be the one. Yep, because these sound like it's 5 men and 1 woman. Wow. That is unfortunate. So unfortunate. So I know she said that like his family, they have mental health issues, but somebody in the family is sane. I wonder what they have to say about the situation. Y'all, your girl forgot to shave her mustache. Okay. Oh, you know what? Final step. Hold on. I love Infallible. Like this, like I said in the other video, this is my favorite. The only thing is you have to wipe the spray nozzle off or it won't spray evenly, because L'Oreal, that's the only thing y'all need to work on, but it does is big one for sure. So transfer resistant. I think I actually am going to do makeup. I mean, I think I'm actually going to do lipstick, but I'm going to do it off camera. I'll do it in the car because I really need to go. But this is our makeup and messy story time for today. Do y'all know anybody who's had like a crazy story like that? Y'all got a crazy cousin? And I'm not saying that to be insensitive. Or do y'all have somebody that y'all graduated with that, you know, snapped? I don't know. I told y'all my story. But like I said, gotta go get on the road. But if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel now, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.